She wasn't supposed to move. The machines hummed softly in the dim guest room. Tubes, silence. A body paused between life and death. That's what they told me when my son and his wife left for their much-needed trip. I believed them. I wanted to. I was adjusting the blanket when I felt it, a pressure around my wrist. Her fingers were cold, strong. Her eyes opened, not wide, not confused, focused. She leaned just enough for the machines to protest and whispered, "He's not his." The room tilted. I didn't ask who. I didn't need to. Her grip loosened, her eyes closed again. The machines returned to their steady lie. I stood there for a long time, listening to my own breath fracture. Some truths don't scream. They slide into your spine and wait. My son had my eyes, or so I thought. I replayed years in seconds, weddings, holidays, the way my daughter-in-law never quite met my gaze when the subject of family came up, how quickly she suggested moving cities, how defensive she became whenever I mentioned resemblance. I told myself I was tired, old, paranoid, but the whisper echoed, "He's not his." Betrayal isn't loud at first. It's a quiet rearranging of memories. That night, I sat beside a woman pretending to be unconscious, wondering how long she'd been awake, wondering why she chose me, wondering what kind of mother watches her daughter build a life on a lie. When my son called from the airport, cheerful and unaware, I told him everything was fine. My voice didn't shake. I moved carefully. I checked documents, birth records, dates. I noticed how my daughter-in-law panicked whenever paperwork surfaced, how she avoided medical forms like traps. I requested an old medical file from the hospital. Routine, justified. I ordered a DNA test under the guise of ancestry curiosity. I smiled, I cooked, I cleaned. Inside, I dismantled everything. At night, I sat beside the coma patient. Sometimes her eyes flickered open. Sometimes she smiled at me, small, knowing. "You could have stayed silent," I said once. She whispered back, "So could she." The results came in a thin envelope, light as paper, heavy as consequence. He wasn't my blood. 0%. I stared at the report until the numbers lost meaning. Then I folded it neatly and waited. When they returned, sunburned and laughing, I served dinner. I watched my son talk about the future, children, legacy, plans that were never his. After dessert, I slid the envelope across the table. He opened it, read once, then again. My daughter-in-law collapsed inward, hands shaking, mouth open. "I can explain." "I know," I said calmly. "That's why I tested." My son didn't cry. He looked hollowed. I told him everything. About the whisper, the coma, the years of silence bought with convenience. I told her mother I'd informed the doctors she was responsive. She was moved to a hospital that night. Exposure is a quiet kind of revenge. My son filed for divorce within a week. He never asked me to stay. I never offered. Power isn't rage, it's precision. I live alone now, peaceful, undisturbed. Some people think truth heals. It doesn't. It clarifies. I don't miss the woman who lied. I don't mourn the illusion of a grandson. What I have now is colder, cleaner. And when I think of that whisper in the dark, I understand. She didn't wake up to save me. She woke up to end the lie, and I finished it.